Hey everybody, Erin here. Sorry for the delayed sip and stroll this morning. I'm not filming this till actually 9 o'clock Sunday morning, so this will probably not get out till sort of midday-ish. Today's cocktail is liquid IV because I have not been feeling super well. Not terrible. It's an upper respiratory thing that has been going around, and it's just, it's just got me operating at like 75%. So I do have a little bit of 2 pieces of mail from you lovely people before we get into the tour, and I show you what's been happening in the garden. So this is from Terry. Hello from Stafford Springs, Connecticut. We love your channel. This is from White Flower Farm in Morris County Gardens, Morris County Gardens, Morris, Connecticut. Gardens are beautiful all year long. We also live minutes from Select Seeds, another great source. Oh, see, I'm jealous. I would love to see the gardens at White Flower Farm. I actually think Matt Mattis, who is kind of a friend of mine, has written some great books, does some work with White Flower Farm on their gardens there. And Select Seeds is where I go to get a lot of my sort of interesting seeds, including like the purple bellvine that's growing right there. I usually get my Salvia argentea from them, although that's becoming a little bit easier to find. So they are a great seed source. And then they sent the, Terry sent the brochure from White Flower Farm as well. Thank you so much. That is a trip I would like to take. I would like to go to, and I don't know, does Select Seeds have a storefront that you can go to, or a garden or something? That would be great. And this one is from Leslie, and Leslie sent some beautiful stationery here. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a plane going over really close. Oh my gosh, first of all, Leslie has gorgeous handwriting. Hi Erin, love your show on YouTube, love your no-nonsense way of gardening. I'm from Ohio, Zone 6. Sincerely, Leslie. P.S. I hope you like the picture. Your garden is an inspiration. Oh my gosh, Leslie painted this. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Oh, I love it so much. Leslie, thank you so much for that. What an incredible gift that it is. So beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. Oh wow, what a treat that is. Thank you so much, Leslie. Absolutely beautiful and so special. I really appreciate that. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna put these safely inside and then I'll be right back. This is our other cat, Fiona. She never ends up in videos. She hates being outside. And Fergus will sneak out when when we're following around. Anyway, we do have 2 cats. This one's Fiona. All right, let's go walking. Let's walk and talk, shall we? I'm gonna try to edit out the coughing. Okay. Here's what happened this week. Thursday, we had huge wind from the opposite direction that it usually comes from, is from the east, which is very unusual. So some of the plants that aren't affected by wind very often got really hammered in this. And then the next day we had a ton of rain. So, and I haven't had any chance or really been up to getting into the garden since then. So some things in the garden are looking very sort of downtrodden from that. It's amazing. I'll show you some of, I don't want to say damage, but just what happened in that. So there aren't a lot of new dahlias to show that are blooming yet, but we have a few. This is Sandia Brocade, which is one of the ones that I hunted down this year, and I love it. I think it's great. Very excited about that one. It's working on a fair amount of flowers here. This is another flower of Pam Howden. We've been seeing that one for a couple of weeks now. I think somebody correctly identified this as creme de cassis, which I believe is correct. So in the back here, we've got the sanguisorba is starting to flower. And I mean, I love the look of this kind of popping up, especially with the, I think this is chocolate chip or bronze queen Nicotiana kind of coming up through that. I mean, I love this look. I think for some people, you might find this a little bit unkempt looking, but I'm here for the looseness. One of the things that happened with all that rain is look at the superbena on that planter. Like every single flower got demolished. So I'm gonna go in there and cut that all back so we can get some new flowers going on there. But I just thought, I've never seen that happen to a superbena before. It was very strange. Of course, we've had Crichton honey blooming for quite a bit now. So we know about that. And last week I showed you Tiffany Lynn, who is still, that is exotic as heck, right? Really quite a different looking dahlia. Now, by the way, you'll notice I haven't filled the hole yet. Thank you for all your comments and your thoughts on that last week. I am going to transfer the labyrinth dahlia into there and something else. I had success transplanting that one dahlia that's in the big pot, so I think I'm up for doing it again. Let's just walk around this side of the garden, which we don't get to see very often unless you happen to be driving to the garage, which you should not be driving to my garage, to be clear. This is, we showed this last week, but this is some more of that, the botanical name is escaping me right now, but I think it's peacock lily is the common name on it. Really pretty. And then we do have Kelgian in here. Kelgian needs a little bit of staking. She's getting eaten up a little bit, but that's a gorgeous water lily one too. And there's a lot more to come in here. And I think I showed you, I'm pretty sure this Nicholas is blown out now because it's seen the center. So that's it for dahlias here. We've got more growing around the garden. Some Joe Pye weed coming up there. I used to have a big stand of it. It kind of died off, but now it's sort of popped like there. It's kind of growing up through the hydrangea. Now it's strange how it did that. Okay, so, oh my gosh, you guys, there's another flush of rabbits around here. Little babies running around yesterday. Can you even imagine? So this is like the most obvious thing that happened in the wind, is that the banana got absolutely just shredded. Now, I don't actually mind it. I think this is what bananas look like in the wild, when they grow in places where they normally grow. And of course, this is their defense mechanism. So the leaves are essentially designed to shred in high winds rather than break off big branches or uproot the whole tree. But it is a different look for sure. So girls been through a few things today, or this week, I should say. So, and it's nice to see this superbena finally coming into flower. I was really pokey about that. And this jasmine is still, gosh, it's slower than the other ones. It's probably just because it's not in as much sun, because that banana is so big. But you can see here on the window box, which needs additional pruning from what I've already done. Again, so many things in the rain just got really clobbered. You can see that the Fiona Sunrise Jasmine is now up on that side all the way there, and that one keeps trying to flop out of there, but once I stick it back in there. So it's actually like finally getting to the point of looking like I'd like it to look. I think overall we've had a cool summer. So I think a lot of these plants that I'm kind of pushing it on zone-wise are just a little, they're just a little cranky about that. See, a lot of the dahlias just plunk face planted in the big winds. Something funky is happening here. This is so like this dahlia is growing great. And then look at these leaves. This is not right. They should not be doing this. I think this is a disease. I don't think it's bugs. I think it's a disease. I'm gonna let it grow out and see what it does, but I'm gonna make a mental note to definitely dig this one out and throw it away at the end of the season. We talk about these every week, but every week they keep looking good, even after they've been absolutely hammered. This is Melody Doro and First Love. I got a lot of deadheading to do in here. Oop, some of my staking has failed over there. Look at that. Yeah, there's some cleanup on aisle 9 to be done here. Oh, the Mahogany Splendor Hibiscus here was completely flopped on the ground. So I cut it quite a bit. And then I just tie everything to the banana trunk, kind of staked it up. I don't think I would need that string anymore to hold it up. It just needed it temporarily, which is fine. It didn't need to be as tall as it was anyway. I think we'll go the traditional route because I don't think last week we spent a lot of time looking at the shade garden, which is still very pretty. Interestingly, I'm noticing, well, first of all, you can see that there's been a ton of deer browse in here. And first of all, they're eating the jewel weed, which I think is funny. But what you see kind of through there, so this is an area where I have to get in there and dig out lily of the valley. You can see it's gone rogue in there. But they're also eating the Canadian ginger, which is unheard of, absolutely unheard of. So I don't know what the heck is going on with the animal. It could be the rabbits too, might be the rabbits or the deer. I mean, there's just like nothing left of some of these plants. They've just been absolutely demolished by one thing or another. Stroll out to the end of the driveway here. I think it's been a month and a half now I've been telling you I need to cut the bronze fennel back. Maybe today. So here's Veronicastrum, Queen of Diamonds, which is so pretty. Ooh, what is that? That's a bad guy, isn't it? Those little stripy guys. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. He can stay. Anyway, very pretty plant, nice and upright. Some of these, like, look, I don't know what this is about. There's like entire chunks of plants that have kind of bronzed out. I don't know what that's about. But obviously, you can see like pollinator paradise there. The purple love grass is starting to flower, and it probably doesn't come through on the camera very well, but it's so pretty now. When it opens, it'll be even better because those are just kind of the flower heads. Really, really pretty. Looks like my Silphium terabithium bloomed and then proceeded to, I think somebody tried to munch it and it fell over and they couldn't bite it off. Serves them right. Yeah, I don't know. Things are happening in here. I mean, everything looks a little downtrodden after that rain, I will say that. Oh, I know, I wanted to show you. By the way, number one question I had this week is what happened to the original banana? It's doing great, and I will show you that. We just have to get to the other side of the house. I just want to show you this. So growing around the bottom of these dwarf Alberta spruces is all Geranium macrorrhizum. And I did do this in a video last year, but I planted all of that. I just transplanted it. I just dug up. In fact, I think I dug a bunch up from this patch right here and just divided it and just stuck divisions in here. And look at how well that has filled in. I mean, that is the power of Geranium macrorrhizum. It is so good. And I think it looks much better. Before, this was just like a mulch berm that this was sitting on. So I think it looks so much better with that Geranium macrorrhizum there. And it's pretty amazing. I mean, I think I did that probably this time last year. So that's pretty amazing in 1 year. I see a little Japanese anemone blooming in there. The bright yellow in the background is Ligularia desdemona. I don't care for those flowers on it at all, but I will probably let most of those flower because I actually would like that to reseed a little bit over there. I think we looked at most of this area last week. It's kind of a frothy loveliness over here, which I'm into. I love frothy. What's over here? I think we talked about everything I planted over here. I still haven't cut back the Shasta daisies over there. Let's take a look at dahlias in the vegetable garden. Oh, I'm looking at the Dreadlocks amaranth right now from here. And oh, is it pretty? We'll go take a peek at that first. Look at how beautiful that is. I mean, that's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. See, now that would make a beautiful bouquet. But I don't want to cut that because look at how pretty that is, kind of bent over the pathway. Oh, that's a winner. That's so good. Those all self-seeded themselves, by the way. We got some work to do there. Dahlias. Most of these are the floret seedlings, which we looked at last week, so of course there won't be anything different coming up there. This is still Labyrinth. This one is not bad. The more this one grows out, the more I think this one has some merit to it. Again, these plants are all really tall, which I don't love. I like dahlias that I can work into the garden a little bit easier, which means I like them a little shorter. See, I'm into those colors. That's nice. And then this is the really good one that we looked at last week with the super weak stems, but the gorgeous flowers. I mean, that's good. So most of, I would say, you know, we've got a lot of these sort of pinks. This one's kind of neat. I don't know, it's kind of fun to grow these from seed to see how things pop up. Here's the sweet potatoes in the center. They're finally growing and doing something. You know, they need a long, hot season, and it's hard to get that here, so that's definitely an experiment. I got some beets growing along the edges here. We have lots of squashes. Ooh, look at this. The honey nuts. Those are my favorite squashes. That looks great. So we're starting to get some of those squashes developing, which is really good. I don't know about tomatoes this year. Maybe it's just not the year for them. I think everything else you've seen in here. Oh, the beans are just coming fast and furious. These are such good. Mostly I grow the like the French filet beans, the skinnier ones. Look at this. I can make green bean soup again. Love green bean soup. I don't know, it's probably a Wisconsin thing. Last week I showed you guys what I did to these boxwoods, which is this angular pruning thing. And I think generally speaking, you guys are very kind, because I think upon further review, I wish I hadn't done that. I think it looks terrible. But like I said, they'll grow back. And you guys were very nice. Most people, so one person said they liked it. And a lot of people, I think, probably just kept their mouths shut, which was very kind of you. Thank you. These containers continue to look, I think, great. And definitely going to do this again. I think it's so fun. I got to come in here and mulch this area today. I've got the mulch sitting in the wheelbarrow over there, which means it's been sort of stewing in its juices over there. I filled in this area. There was a few things missing, so I popped in like a few more of this striped carex, which is looking a little off. You can tell the new ones got cooked. I bought them like that, but they're fine. They're bounced back just fine. So I did fill in this little shady spot. This is a nice little spot right there. Lots more of this ligularia here. Lots more signs of deer and rabbits eating my garden. Here's a mahogany splendor growing on its own. Oh, there's another one over there. Thank you for telling me to grow that plant. Everybody encouraged me to grow that. It's a good one. So here's some persicaria that is looking really good over in this garden. I like a persicaria. I'm into it. I have to look up what dahlia this is, but it came out of the Proven Winners bulb grouping. They sent me, they have these now. I think they're at Home Depot. Maybe Lowe's too. But that was the dahlia that was in there. It's really pretty. And then this is the garden that, if you saw the video, we worked on this garden this week. That's Cornell Bronze. She's looking good. Yeah, this garden's looking nice now that we got it all whipped into shape. Phlox, Echinacea, they've been here. This cracks me up. This is a rose that I was given like on the way out the door at a show I was at once. And they're like, well, here, take it. It's like a red I don't know, it's like a red landscape rose. So I stuck it in here, and it's like doing better than like most of the roses I grow. Just doing its thing over here. Shiny leaves, not getting eaten like everything else. It's wild. The Aurelia got huge this year. It's shocking how big it got. Okay, we are coming to the original banana, banana number 1, which is planted in the same spot it was last year because it turned out that I really liked the way that looked. And it's doing great. I got to cut a couple of those leaves off, but it's looking really good. So I love it in this spot. I think it looks great. I would say like the whole stump is a little shorter. Like the leaves are like lower. It's fine. But you can see this one was protected by the giant spruce over here from all that breeze that came through. So its leaves are looking much better than the other one. And then we have a zinnia, finally. This is maybe, I don't know, it's one of the Queenie Lime series. I think, oh, we got a steak in here. This is, I think, Karma Lagoon. This is just a white single that I was actually given by somebody once who couldn't store their dahlias, so they gave me this little grouping of white singles, and they're cute. So that's why I call them white single. Sweet Summer Love, clematis. My mom's is 4 times the size. And then there's another clematis, I think, did I show you this last week? That is growing up through this viburnum here. I want to say that maybe is I don't know which one that is. When I prune this viburnum, I should go looking to find out what one that is. And then, of course, the beautiful, let me set this down. The very beautiful purple, striking architectural purple plant is Angelica gigas. I love. This is Rosa glauca right here. Beautiful blue foliage. I mean, I basically grow it for the foliage. Oh no, oh no. There goes the liquid IV. Oh, we've got this is Flavorette Honey Apricot Rose. This is one of the new Proven Winners roses. It's actually doing pretty good considering it had a really rough summer. There we go. That's a knockout rose. I think it's the orange knockout rose. There's a Japanese beetle, enjoying that. We're starting to get some color here on Quick Fire. And then this is Firelight over here. But definitely that one colored up first over there. Here's some more of that Ligularia. Now you can see that this one is not purple. It's green leaved. Same variety, and that's because this one is grown in sun. I don't know why. It got plunked here at some point. It's one of those plants that never left. It shouldn't be here, but here it is. And this one I will cut the flowers off. First off, because I find them personally objectionable. But second of all, because I do not want this one to seed here. Because it's not happy there, so we don't need more of those. Oh, here's Tiny Quick Fires putting out some flowers here. Let's just take a quick stroll down this way. Take a look at the clethra here, which is the main thing that's flowering now over here. It smells so good over here. It's amazing how good this smells. Some of this area got a bit dug up. Apparently the neighbor, which was very nice of him, put in a French drain yesterday. So because they're raising it's a whole thing. Anyways, it was very nice that he did that. So this is the low spot of our property here, and that French drain is going to drain to his future rain garden because they are kind of raising the level of everything over there. So everything's going to get higher, so it's a long story. Anyways, it was very nice that he did that. So anyway, so that got done yesterday, so boy, this will come back quickly. Just pulled that out. what else do we have to see over here? Weeds, apparently. But Weigela, Midnight Sun, looking great over here. What is it? Steriostigma, hardy plumbago, also looking good. And where are we at? Oh, there's a big box there. Proven Winners sent some trial shrubs yesterday. I just had the energy to get them out of the box. I haven't had energy to actually get them out of the bags and out of the box yet, so we'll get on to that. So, oh, have I showed you the fig lately? Little Miss Figgy. I guess I gotta figure out when it's time to harvest these figs. Because there's figs. I just don't know when. I gotta grab them before somebody else does. I'm sure there's some animal laying in wait to steal my figs from me. We can pop up here and take a quick look at the datura. A lot of questions about the datura as well. I did not grow this from seed. I bought this as a plant. I think they're not difficult to grow from seed, or so I've been told. But this one I bought at a local nursery as a very small plant in, you know, whatever, May or whatever. And it's certainly growing big. It needs to go the other way a little bit, but it's okay. I think the flowers must only last a day, because like look at how many flowers I have to pick up off the deck. And the seed pods, of course, are crazy on it. I've been leaving them on because I think I love them. I mean, that's just as interesting as the flower. And oh, I got a lot of questions about how I keep the hydrangeas from flopping. Well, you can see these hydrangeas flopped a fair amount in all that rain we had. This is 3 limelights right here. Far more prone to flopping than this one over here, which some of the lower branches have, you know, weighed down a little bit, but I would expect that with the kind of rain and wind that we had. I don't think that's of any plant. So, and you can see the top branches are still really upright. So I think it's more, I actually think it's age of plant. And I'm not necessarily saying like the actual age of the plant, but I'm saying I kind of think the earlier limelights were better plants. Just throwing it out there as a theory. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. This was a little bit shorter of a video than I usually do, but I want to get this up for you. And also, you don't need to listen to me talk in this sort of hoarse voice for a while. Got to save a little energy for making some other videos today too. So anyway, hope you're having a great day, great week. Thank you again for all weighing in on some of those questions I was asking you last week. I appreciate those comments, and have a great week. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.